iOS 14, is this the end of Facebook advertising? What's up everybody, my name is Jordan and in today's video I wanted to share with you, if you don't already know, Apple is rolling out this new policy for iPhone users where you're not going to be able to track your data as well with your Facebook pixel. So this is really has been the top news of 2021. Apple said that they're going to start rolling out this new feature in 2021 to allow iPhone users to be able to opt out of trackings, right? So have you ever been on, not even been on Facebook, but let's just say you're talking with your friends and let's say you are saying that you love Chipotle, right? And minutes later, you go on Facebook and you see a Chipotle ad, right? Has that ever happened to you? Because that's definitely happened to me on so many different occasions, and it's just like, and it just felt like, wow, Facebook knows everything about me, is tracking me, and I just felt like it was listening in on my conversation. So I want to dive deep into everything that we know so far as what Facebook is going to do, what Apple is doing, and how it's going to affect Facebook advertisers. How's that going to affect the marketer? How's that going to affect businesses? And maybe some things and my thoughts on it, on how we can possibly overcome it, and what is in the future. So before I hop into the depth of the video, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give it a big thumbs up because it pushes the video out for the YouTube algorithms super good, I guess, and it really helps grow the channel. And I really appreciate if you just take the time to subscribe to the channel and give it a big thumbs up if you haven't already. But let's dive in. So I have my notes over here on my iPad here, and iOS 14 is update and how it's going to affect Facebook and Instagram ads. Now, the first thing is your pixel action from Facebook ads. Now that iPhone is allowing users to opt out of you being able to track them, you're not going to be able, your pixel isn't going to be able to pick up as much data as it could have been before. So that means that your ads could be effective as far as optimization, right? Because with Facebook, as you get more data, as you run more ads, your Facebook's AI intelligence, it optimizes your account, and then you start seeing better results. However, now that Facebook pixel is not being able to track as good, that means that your ads probably not going to be able to make as much improvements. And so coming from here, any tracking such as leads, add to cart, purchases, custom conversions with the pixel will now be underreported due to people opting out of being able to track them. So I feel that's a huge thing. When you want to create lookalike audience, when you want to create custom audience, just being able to retarget visitors and stuff like that, it's going to be a lot tougher now because your pixel isn't able to really fire and track these people that are going through your funnel, going through your web pages and things like that. So that right there is going to affect businesses and whoever is running Facebook ads. So it says here, tracking pixel action from Facebook ads, your pixel is not going to be as effective. Optimizing your ads for actions, right? You're not going to be able to optimize your campaign, your ads as well anymore because your pixel just isn't getting as much data. The third thing here is retargeting ads. When you create retargeting audience, anyone who has visited your website with an iOS 14 on their iPhone, they're not going to be able to see your retargeted ads. So, and we all know how powerful retargeting ads is, right? Most of your sales, your conversions come from retargeting ads. And so if we are unable to retarget these users, our campaign isn't going to be as efficient. And so also to note here that it's not just Facebook. iOS 14, Facebook is just rolling out and letting us as advertisers know that, iPhone users are going to start having options to, really essentially opt out from being tracked. So this is going to affect, here we have LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, Google Ads, Pinterest. So it's going to go, across the all these platforms, right? Users who are on iPhone are able to opt out. Now, you're probably wondering, well, how much people are, are on iPhone compared to Android, desktop, and things like that. And it says here in this article that most users are on the iPhone. We know how big Apple is, how many people are on the iPhone. We look anywhere, most of the time people are using iPhones, and that's why it's hugely affecting advertisers, and how we're not going to be able to optimize our ad account as well as before. So this doesn't mean that you can't absolutely not run ads to iOS 14. You're still going to be able to run ads unless they've opted out, but you can still get sales and conversions through iPhone users, right? It's just you're not going to be able to track them. But just because they opt out, whatever, doesn't mean that they can still somehow find your funnel, your ad somewhere somehow, and still make purchases, right? So the whole point of this article is telling you that even though you can't target iOS 14 users who has opted out, they can still purchase your product and things like that, right? So you're not limited to not being able to make sales and things like that to iPhone users. So this is coming from Facebook policy, and these are the 5 things that you need to do to prepare for the new Apple iOS policy that they're rolling out for opting out and things like that. And the first thing it says here that you need to get your domain verified. So if you are a business running Facebook ads, you need to verify your business, your domain. Verify your domain. And we absolutely don't know why. It doesn't really give us a reason why you should verify your domain, but Facebook suggests and recommends that you do that so that you could, I'm not entirely sure why. I guess it just makes you more legit, and you're probably going to be able to show your ads hopefully a little bit more, right? And so the second thing that you need to do to prepare is start understanding how many purchases, leads, and other events are coming from iOS devices, right? Because Facebook's not going to be able to provide you a good metric, stats on, an accurate stat on, how many conversions you're getting. You need to start understanding now, if you have been already running Facebook ads in the past, you need to start understanding how much conversions are coming from iPhone users, right? Because you're not going to be able to have access to that once this new feature rolls out. They take it more serious and people start opting out, right? So just by understanding your metrics better, understanding how much of your conversions are coming from iPhone users, you're going to be able to see how your campaign is affected, and maybe start figuring out new ways to overcome that. And so the third thing here it says is choose which conversion events you will use if you have more than 8. This includes add to cart, purchase, lead, complete registration, and any custom conversions you have set up. Now, I'm not entirely sure why it says if you have 8. I believe if you're tracking more than 8 custom conversions, you have to create a whole separate campaign for that. And so your Facebook campaign is going to be a little bit more limited when tracking different types of conversions, because I believe Facebook is starting to limit you on how many things you can track in a single campaign. I believe it's either campaign or the entire account. So I'm not still entirely sure, as all this is still relatively new, but I know that Facebook's going to start limiting you on how much you can start tracking in one account. So I think Facebook allows you to target up to 8 custom conversions, add to cart, purchases, and things like that. And anything over 8, you're not going to be able to. So as long as you're tracking, I don't think you need to track a whole bunch of different custom conversions. You just really need to track the main one. So I don't know if this is going to be a huge factor on as far as like what we're able and not able to do with the new Facebook ads policy. Now the fourth thing is focus your ad efforts on getting email addresses. And the reason for that is because you want to start relying less on pixel optimization for retargeting, right? If you have an email list, you're going to be able to just retarget through your email list. And so you can use lead generation or conversions ads for this, but lead generation ads will have an advantage in the future with Apple's update. So that's what's coming from the article. Focus your efforts on getting emails. Now, if you are a lead generation, digital marketing agency, and or you're your client or whoever that is running Facebook ads and your main purpose is to generate new leads, then you're already doing this anyway, right? You're already collecting the name, phone number, and email. So you're not going to really be affected there because you're still, getting emails from your lead generation campaign. Now, the fifth and last thing it says here is send your clients messages about these steps and work with them on domain verification. So this is more towards, if you are a digital marketing agency owner and, you're running Facebook ads for clients, right? You need to start, getting your clients to verify their domain. Now, I don't know, and I'm not entirely sure why. It doesn't say why, but I guess it's just the best new practice just so that Facebook can verify you. I know that they're starting to, verify business accounts and things like that just to make sure you're legit and all of that. So, things are starting to tighten up with Facebook ads overall in general. And so you need to, verify your domain, right? That's what it's recommending, suggesting that you should do, and so that you can, in order for you to just maximize your Facebook ad campaign, because things are starting to get a little bit more limited and you want to just do the next steps, right? And so I'm not going to show you how to set up, how to verify your domain. You can just quickly search up domain verification for Facebook ads, and there's literally a step-by-step. Screenshots are provided, and you should get started on that right now. Just so that you're prepared for that new iOS rolling out, the new updates. People are going to be opting out and stuff. And so should advertisers panic with Facebook and Instagram ads, right? With the Apple iOS 14 changes. Now, what we definitely know here from this article is saying that the reported conversions will get worse because people are opting out, right? Our pixels, we're not getting as much data as we possibly can. There's a lot of iPhone users out there. And, if they're on iOS 14, which, Apple pretty much forces you, almost makes you update your iOS, they're going to be able to opt out, and we're not going to be able to, target these people anymore, right? So Facebook ads is going to be tough there. The reporting stuff is not going to be, as high, I guess. You're not going to get as much data back as before when you were running Facebook ads. But there are still a lot of unknowns, right? All this is still new. We don't know, how strict it is, what's going to be enforced, what's going to roll out, what Facebook is going to do to, counter this in a way, because obviously everybody's on Facebook, right? In order for Facebook to be a profitable company and moving forward, they need to be able to work something out in order to let their advertisers use their platform to target people. And so, I think something is going to, hopefully come to, some solutions will be found in the future, make things better. But as of right now, we have a lot of unknowns, and these are the news right now. So there will be many advertisers will be affected very minimally because of the types of ads they are running. So depending on the type of ads you're running, this may or may not affect you anyways, right? So, this might not affect everybody, just depending on how you run your Facebook ad campaign. This might not even affect you at all, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and share my thoughts on what I think about this whole iOS 14 being able to opt out, right? And I think there are some pros and cons to it. And the cons to it is obviously, we're not going to be able to have, as data there anymore. Our pixel isn't going to be as effective as it was before. Our retargeting, overall, our ad campaign doesn't seem like it's going to be as effective because of the data that we're no longer accustomed to receiving, right? Now, the pro to it I could see is that we won't waste our ad dollars to people who don't want to see ads, right? I believe that's a strong pro to it because these ads are so personalized. We know so much about our audience that we're targeting, right? We have so much data on them, and we're able to personalize our ad to our audience. But some of these people, they don't want to see your ads, right? If you ever ran ads for yourself, before, especially for myself, I do have a mentorship program. I ran ads for that before. You realize that there are a ton of people out there that dislikes Facebook ads, right? They don't like Facebook ads. They don't like being targeted, or sometimes you are targeting the wrong person, and they'll go off in the comments and tell you, hey, F off, or they'll just say all types of crazy mean things in the comment section. And as a Facebook advertiser, you just gotta get used to that, right? But I think the pro to it is that the people that opt out, they have the option to be opted in or opt out. The people that opt out, you know, you're not going to spend your ad dollars on people who don't want to see your ads, right? So if you had ran ads before and these people are seeing your ad, it's not like they were going to become, they're going to convert anyways, or a small majority of them would have converted, right? Because some of them probably would have converted, but now you're kind of just eliminating the people that didn't really want to see your ad. They don't want to buy anything that you have to offer. They don't like being sold to for whatever reason, right? And so with the people that is opted in, the people left over where we could run, that has allowed us as an advertiser to run and target our ads to, I think it's going to be more effective there, right? Our conversion rate may possibly increase because of that, right? And our Facebook ad dollars, our cost per lead, cost per click, and things like that may decrease, right? Facebook is aware of all of this, how it's going to affect advertisers and stuff like that. So they might help out the advertiser side, especially in the beginning. I believe that they should, you know, decrease their cost to run ads in general, right? Until they come up with some solutions and we can target more people. But even then, we're going to be able to target our audience a little bit better because people who have literally chose to stay opted in, right? They have an option to opt in or opt out. If they're opted in, we're running ads to not only our ideal audience, but audience who personalized ads, I should add as well, is that we're showing our ads to this, our personalized ads to this ideal audience that actually wants to see what we have to share and what we have to offer, right? So I think that's a pro there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you found this video helpful whatsoever, if this is all new to you, subscribe to the channel, give it a big thumbs up if you want to learn more about making money online, starting and scaling your digital marketing agency, because this is what this channel is about. So hopefully this video gave you a ton of value, shared knowledge. Let me know your thoughts and, you know, what solutions is that Facebook could possibly think of, right? One solution for me that I could already think of is that Facebook could literally just do, you know, they could literally just say, hey, if you're opting out of not allowing us to, you know, run ads to you, then you are not allowed to use Facebook, the Facebook app, right? I mean, that's really to an extreme. But maybe Facebook can start limiting users if they are opted out. They don't have, you know, access to some features and things like that. So we'll see what Facebook does, and hopefully more solutions come up, and I'll try to keep you guys updated on any new news that comes out in regards to the iOS 14 possibly ending or hurting Facebook advertisers. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.